I see you're already here. Cool.
Hello, sorry for the wait.
Yeah, good. So I'm kind of considering what the best way to keep stock of this is, or to take note of it is. Just ahead of time,
So,
like maybe like a tier list or something visual that I can post up for everybody.
hmm,
I'm not sure how that
well,
would
the thing
work
is,
yet, but
thing with that is, first I'd need to know, do you have the OBGGs for the people you'll be playing for tomorrow?
I do. Should I do like a? Should I put them together in like a multiple, one of those multiple ones,
Or you
or
could just send them
individual?
to me. I just need to be able to see them so I can actually help with the bands. Otherwise, I can't.
All right.
Um,
So we're gonna do scouting. Hold on, let me look at their roster real quick. Make sure I have all of them correct. Gonna be Scuttle Scufflers, Yawanashi, there's their top. Okay. I can't find their jungler. He must have changed his name or something. Hold on.
that is unfortunate.
Alright, I found an alternative way.
I have a
Soulbog mid now. So one interesting
okay.
thing
So the mid laner is a disgusting elo sitter. Jesus.
So one thing that's interesting about this team is they seem pretty flexible on their lane roles too. Like a few of them could switch, like their who their ADC is now could go mid just fine, or definitely could jungle really hard. The mid, like you're mentioning, he did some good shit in bot lane, and apparently he's a top lane main. Maybe the next one.
I'm not really concerned about things like that. Maybe it's now I know their information, just be able to take a look at it. In case there's anything I think you should be completely, like, particularly worried about. Maybe we're gonna bust out, like, when I actually play two different roles or whatever. That's whatever. Can't really do anything about that in scouting.
I wonder if there's a plus at the end of that. Should just be Calixia. Here's their support.
If we were to look at these OPGs and think that they were completely honest, we would say their support basically never plays the game. Never plays support.
Even though it seems like that from that, all throughout LTS they've been the support for that team.
No, I'm just saying, from OPGG,
I get you.
they never play the game.
If you go to the Champions tab and then look for the last season, you'll see a little bit more of actual information on them. Into their champ pool. It's like Thresh.
And that type of thing kind of weird. Never ranked history recorded for years. You know, all their players basically have the same thing of basically no ranked games played this season.
Yeah, they could be trying to hide a little bit. So last season what they did was a lot of the time they would pick like troll picks and stuff to not really reveal some of their capabilities or their main capabilities.
Sounds like people smurfing and just fucking around me, but I'm in there. I'm not too stressed about it. But if they're a highly flexible team that can play a lot of different champions, then it'd just be banning things you don't like playing against. Or that would be difficult for the composition that you're going to be playing, rather than focusing on trying to ban them out. Which, given we have basically no information, we just have to assume they can play everything.
That makes sense.
With that in mind, assuming they can play everything, we just ban away things that we don't want to deal with. Let's check for what we want to play. So we can ignore the OPGs completely, because there's absolutely fuck all information on them. And we can go focus on our actual picks and shambles. So I don't actually recall where that list is. Do I just have to scroll all the way up?
It's called it's in pick strategies.
Oh, there we go. I was looking at team comps discussion. I was like, where? So who's playing tomorrow?
I'm gonna try and sub in and make sure everyone gets to play. We're gonna have an average and Elm get a game in each top. Mid is Contessa, he's the only one who's there for that spot. Jungle is Doki, he's the only one who's there for that spot. And then ADC will switch between I and Momo, and support will switch between Momo and Squish, and then I'll be ADC. Basically, bot lane is like flexible between three players, me, Momo, and Squish. But Squish is only support.
Yep.
And I'm only ADC. But Momo is between the two.
Okay. Let's see here.
For extra clarity, I did pin all of the images.
Oh, I'd already scrolled up. Let's see here. I can't actually tell what the fuck Elm plays, because he just has the 3 chads, but I'm not even sure if he actually plays those champions or if he's just calling them chads.
No, he's saying those are the most comfortable and what he's most confident on in that case.
Okay.
It's just his
And then he's trolling by putting Yumi at the top. Okay,
Yeah,
that's fine. So let's see here. So when you play ADC, Momo's gonna be playing support.
correct. Or squish,
Okay.
either or.
Okay. So here. Would your thing be up to date?
It has slightly changed. I would move Senna up a little bit more. Samira up, probably to the front of A. But other than that, it's the same. Oh, and Jin,
Okay.
Jin ahead of Vayne. That too.
So basically no change.
Mostly, yeah, for the most part.
Hmm. Mm-hmm. Let's see, I said. I think of an actual team composition rather than just throwing random champs together for you guys. Uh, so you're playing ADC as probably gonna end up being if I was like picking and actually drafting for you, it'd probably be um Ash or Caitlyn.
Mm-hmm.
Probably Ash, if I'm being honest. I'd probably just put you on Ash every single game I had you play. Um, the Momo supporting, it'd probably be like Leona or Lulu. Probably Leona. Yeah, probably Leona. For mid, probably Malzar. Maybe Lux. Then for top, Ornn. And then, I don't see the junglers list in these.
Oh, that's true, huh? Hold on, let me check here.
I don't know if he's made one yet.
It was there a long time ago. Maybe he just didn't update it and we didn't catch it. I can't necessarily say which are his S or A, like in comparison, but I can tell you a list of the champions that I know that he's very comfortable and strong with. It's like Kane, Nunu, Zac, Echo.
Kane and Zakaka of those
Both of them,
that
yeah.
play Nunu is out. Yeah, probably just make Nunu or Zach, honestly. Simple champions, effective, easy to use, requires low levels of mechanical skill to execute, and has a very clear identity, job, and team fights. Because realistically, as silver to gold players, you're inconsistent. Like, that's one of the biggest issues with lower level players is inconsistency across games. And so limiting the necessary to play at your maximum and at your best for every game by giving you champions that are relatively flat in their curve in terms of execution is generally better. And also because silver to gold games tend to turn into random slap fights in mid or over nonsense. Like, I just saw you in the jungle and so I'm gonna fight you. And it's better to have champions that can do that effectively well, which are champions with good pick, slash team fighting CC. So you look at champions like Leona, Ashe, Malzahar, Ornn all have CC capabilities. And they're solid champions at a base. Malzahar are probably the weakest of those in the competitive environment, if I were to be in a higher level competitive environment. But you're not, so it's not necessary to worry about that.
Okay.
I don't know if that comes across as harsh or not. I don't mean to, but
No, I get what you're saying.
it's just
Yeah, that makes sense.
it's kind of like it's just kind of the kiss method, you know.
I don't know what kiss method is. No.
It's keep it simple, silly or stupid, depending on who you ask.
Huh.
Keep it simple, and then an extra S. Get actually kiss, but yeah. No split mouth, I guess. In top lane, but Ornn is generally simpler for laning phase.
There's also squish and average. Average for top and squish for support.
I thought average wasn't allowed to play.
Who said that?
Have squish on support, then we give squish Nami. Or Lulu.
Oh.
If both are banned, then we go to Liana. Actually, no. Probably not a good idea to put on. We give her Lux. Lulu goes. The order goes Nami, Lulu, Lux. The order for Elm goes Ornn, Malphite, Garen. For mid, it's Malzahar, Lux, then probably Seraphine. Maybe Malzahar, Seraphine, Lux, but those are the three. If we're including average for top lane, then it would be Ornn, Darius, Garen. For Momo and Momo's ADC instead of you, it's probably still Ashe, then Misfortune, and Caitlyn. If you're on ADC, it's Ashe, Caitlyn, Kai'Sa.
Okay.
Of those, highest priority ADC is Ashe, and then for Momo, after that's MF. You don't play MF, or else it would also be up there. MF and Ashe are the simpler ADCs. They have CC, huge impacting game-changing ultimates, and it's fairly straightforward. You press the button in a direction, it does the thing. Caitlyn's harder. I actually don't really like Caitlyn that much, but it's better than Jinx or Vayne. Dear God. In terms of execution, so yeah. I think that a baseline having a range advantage is something that people don't really handle well in lower tiers, just from experience. So it means a lot of free damage in the mid to late game. That's actually very useful and relevant. Playing around trap zoning control is very difficult for teams that aren't used to it. So yeah. Malzahar's, because Malzahar requires essentially you just turn your brain off, you EWQ the wave, it pushes in, and then you get free reign to walk around in river, roam up to a lane or something. It's very free. Mid to late game, there's the tax of they have to spend 1300 gold to try and prevent themselves from dying to your champion, and they still die anyway because they no longer have the ability to fight because they've had to invest a BF sword worth of money in an item that doesn't do anything for them. Uh, Seraphine is just you press R and you win the game. Also very similar to Malzahar, you can just QE the wave, and it destroys mini waves, giving you relative safety, and a way to scale up to your ability to press your R button and be relevant no matter what. Support Nami is just simple to play with, even if you're not necessarily doing it at max potential, because even if you're not max potential, you can still press W and E on Nami, and press R and you're relevant, even if you never land a bubble in your life. Whereas Lulu requires a lot more effort, because you have to actually properly manage your range. She has no sustain, and her abilities are not all perfectly clear on how you should use them every single time. Leona, very simple, you engage, you press the buttons, they die. So like my dream composition for you guys would probably be like you with Mo in bot lane with Ashe Leona. Then we'd have jungle. What was the damage jungler I said?
The damage jungler, you said?
Yeah, which junglers did he play again? He played Kayn, Zac.
King, Zac, Nunu, Echo. I believe
Okay,
it was
so Nunu. So Nunu in the jungle. Nunu is simple. Zac is simple. Zac does the gank thing where he jumps into the fights. He's very disruptive. Good CC, good. Also really hard to kill. Has high base damage, so he's still relevant. Nunu has a thing where people have no idea how to deal with snowball ganks, and so they just die horribly over and over. So it's pretty good, especially with like a Malzahar or something to activate it, because then they actually just die for free, and they have no counterplay, because Malzahar presses R into the Nunu snowball, and they just get sent back to Fountain. Their free trial of living gets cancelled. Same thing kind of happens with Seraphine as well. They get Nunu snowballed into the Nunu ultimate, where Seraphine then E's and roots them and then stuns them off of the E because the slows already happened to the Nunu ultimate, and then ults afterward if they're not already dead at that point. Lux can kind of do the same thing, but it's a bit harder. Ornn, you just press the R button and you win a lot of team fights. Also, very strong in lane, highly underestimated, so you end up bullying people if you hit them. Malphite also does the R button thing, and also can bully people in lane if you just press Q on them over and over with Comet and chunk them out. And then Garen as well, he's Garen. There's not really much to say about Garen. Except that he says you'll like the way you look, and he guarantees it. As far as pick order goes, you'd want to leave flexibility if possible to support pick, and to one solo lane pick. So you'd pick like ADC. Well, actually, I guess for your team it would be a support preference. Support preference is better at higher levels because there's actual like flexibility in the champ pool and ability to execute on harder champions, team composition and such. So I guess for you guys it'd be something simple like you play Ashe, Leona, and that's straightforward. And then you can save jungle pick for third, and then do top and then mid last pick if you're a red side. If you're blue side, you can B1 ADC, B1 Ashe, or actually B1 Leona is also fine. And two, they pick whatever, you pick Ashe or Caitlyn, depending on what you feel works better. And then I pick jungle. And then you would pick top and mid on B4 and B5. That's my thoughts.
Okay.
Yeah. Do you have any questions about it?
Honestly, at the moment, no.
Okay.
I just took I just have a recording video just so I can look back on it and refer to it and such. Just I don't have like a way to put it down visually right now.
That's fine.
Alright.
It is worth noting, it is against the law to record somebody without their knowledge. I'm giving you a hard time. Don't worry about it.
Wait,
But
what are you talking about?
it is illegal to record people without their knowledge.
A report for what?
It's just in the U.S. under the Federal Wiretap Act, it's illegal for any person to secretly record communication.
Oh, okay.
I'm memeing. I'm not actually upset or
I
anything.
see.
It's just
Okay.
yeah. Technically, it is like a thing.
I hear you. Okay.